welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you're still wondering why I'm doing this and this is because I want to be mentally prepared to say आज मैंने ज़्यादा exercise कर लिया है, so one more cupcake is totally possible. So you must have read the title. We are going to bake eggless vanilla sponge cake with 6 different variations. Now I'm assuming that we are all in a good mood and all ready to go ahead with the baking. So let's start with the actual process of baking these 6 different varieties of cupcakes. So here are the ingredients. This is 1 cup of curd, 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, half teaspoon of baking soda, 1¼ teaspoon of baking powder. This is 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, some chocolate chunks, half cup of refined vegetable oil. Make sure that you don't take a flavored oil, else your cake will also have flavors like mustard or something like that. So just take sunflower refined oil. Take a bowl. In that add 1 cup of curd. Okay, so see that you don't leave anything behind in the cup. To it add the powdered sugar. So I have taken powdered sugar because it's easy to mix. If you take granulated sugar, you'll have to use electric beater. But because you've used the powdered sugar, it's going to be easy to mix it. So this is 3/4 cup of it. I've taken. So once you add sugar to your curd, take a whisker and beat it until the sugar is completely dissolved. So this will take hardly maybe 30 seconds or 45. But if you do this, we're going to add our half teaspoon of baking soda and 1¼ teaspoon of baking powder. To check if your baking powder is active or not, take a pinch of it and add it in water and you are supposed to see bubbles. So if you see bubbles, it means the baking powder is working. If not, it is not working. So you can see bubbles here, right? So keep this aside for 5 minutes. Don't mix it too much. So while you have kept your curd mixture aside, we are going to take 1 1/4 cup of maida. And yes, you have to keep your oven for preheating now. You can do this before you do the curd mixture too. So maida, you're supposed to sieve it, else you will find lumps in your batter. And once you find lumps, it's very difficult to break them. So we have done this for 5 minutes are done, and you can see how frothy this mixture has become. Okay, so to this we are going to add vanilla essence. That is 1 teaspoon of it, but I usually like more of vanilla. So this is 1 teaspoon. And okay, so I went a little overboard with the vanilla. I have added 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And the next is we're going to add oil. So this is half cup of oil. Okay, another thing, if you're working in your mother's kitchen, then please spread a newspaper on the base and then start working, because mothers do not like their kitchen becoming messy. So that is one thing I follow. And now mix it well until the oil is properly incorporated in the curd mixture. You see no layer of oil in the side, so there should be 0 layer. It should be properly mixed. Okay, so after this we're going to add maida into this mixture. So we're going to add part by part, not all at once. So we're going to add little of it, very little, and then I'm taking a rubber spatula. This is called a rubber spatula. It's very easy to clean the sides of the container and mix. So this is called cut and fold method. So cut, fold, cut, fold, cut and fold. So do this until your maida is mixed well with the curd mixture. Cut and fold method, it has to be in one direction and not in any way you want. So now that the batter is ready, we'll be making 6 variations. One is vanilla with double chocolate cupcake. Number 2 is chocolate chip or Nutella cupcake. Number 3 is just going to be a simple vanilla. Number 4 is vanilla with strawberry center and strawberry buttercream. Number 5 is going to be a marble cupcake, and number 6 is going to be mango and chocolate swirl cupcake. So I have divided the batter. I have kept a portion aside, and this is the normal vanilla cupcake mixture. First we will use the vanilla cupcake mixture and fill it in the cupcake molds. So when you're filling the mixture, keep it in mind that you have to fill the mold to a little more than half level and a little less than 3/4. So for the strawberry cupcake, we have taken 1 teaspoon of strawberry crush, a little bit of pink coloring, and I am going to take 1 scoop of the vanilla mixture. Okay. I've used red gel food coloring, or else you can even use beetroot if you don't have the gel color at home. An organic and a better way would be to use beetroot, but I couldn't find it because of the lockdown. So once the strawberry cupcake is ready, we're going to take a little more of this batter. I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of our mango. Okay, and to this I'm going to add a little bit of our mango essence. So I have also added 1 drop of lemon yellow color. Always remember, whatever color you see now is going to fade a little bit once you bake. So if at all you want a darker color, you can do it right now. So to make the chocolate cupcake, I'm going to add almost about 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder. If you want to make this whole cake into a chocolate cake, then take 1/4 cup of cocoa powder and subtract 1/4 cup of maida from the total maida that we. Time is the key here. Once you add your wet and dry ingredients, you're not supposed to keep it out for long. So for the mango and chocolate swirl cupcake, we're going to take a little bit, very little of So another pattern of marble effect is or choco chips. I don't like the normal choco chip shape, so I add these roughly cut chocolates on top. So you can see all the cupcake molds are filled and all ready to go into the oven. So now that the cupcakes are in the oven, it's going to take 20 minutes for them to bake completely. but you need to be alert once you get the aroma. Because this is a cupcake, smaller volume, it's going to take 20 minutes. But if you're making a bigger cake, a complete cake, then it's going to take you 25 to 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius with both top and bottom rods on. So the baking time also varies from oven to oven. My oven might take 20 minutes and yours might take more or less. So to avoid this confusion, there's a test that is called toothpick test or skewer test, wherein you prick the toothpick, a clean toothpick, into the cupcake or a cake, and when you take it out, there should be no batter on it. So there should be no batter sticking on it. So that gives you the proof that the cake is baked and you can take it out. Now, if you don't have OTG at home, then you can also bake it on a convection mode in a microwave or in a cooker. So if you want to know how to bake a cake in a cooker, there are a lot of YouTube videos on that. I would really suggest you to go through them and try and bake this cake. Ready? It's very hot, so be careful. And you're not supposed to play around a lot with the cupcakes until they completely cool down. The vanilla double chocolate cupcake, what we'll do is we'll take a little part out from the center using something cylindrical like this. You make a hole in center, add chocolate ganache to it. So how you make chocolate ganache is in 2:1 ratio. That is 2 parts of chocolate and 1 part of cream. So I have used Amul fresh cream and I've already made it ready here. So this should be the consistency. It shouldn't be flowy at all. So for the double chocolate cupcake, we'll be taking the ganache. We'll fill a little bit of it in the center, just a little bit, not a lot. And we're going to make a mini rose. So using the same method, I've removed the center part of this strawberry cupcake as well. But for this, what we'll do is we'll fill it with a little bit of our strawberry crush. So for this, we'll be using the strawberry buttercream that is made in the ratio 1:3. That is 1 part of butter and 3 parts of icing sugar. And also I've added a little bit of pink color. So all our cupcakes are ready, even the frosting is done. I hate making you people jealous, but this is out of the world. You have to try it. I have posted the recipe in my blog as well. The link is in the description. Do check it out and please do make it. And if you do not forget to mention me or DM me, because I really want to know if you've tried and if you've liked it or not. And yes, do not forget to like, share, and most importantly,